Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Yes, sir.
We got a special guest in the house. It's called Seat.
Tell
Thank you so
Weezy.
much
He
for
lost
joining
some
us.
weight. So, Tut,
Yeah.
how's your square head? When you're late, you can't defend yourself.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. This nigga's 30 minutes late at this point. Okay, anyway.
Happy Indigenous Day.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. We need to figure out something to do for Indigenous Day. I don't know what we can do. But
My calendar still says Columbus Day. Come on, Google.
Mine says it too. I'm looking at it right now. It actually says both. It says Columbus Day and Indigenous Day both.
Are people like fighting for Columbus Day?
Proud Boys? Maybe.
Do they fuck with Columbus? I feel like they're like, nah, he's.
I feel like they only push their own agenda.
Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see them really. I feel like they're very one-dimensional. It's like, yeah, white is right, and that's it.
Yeah, I was just in Maine and I saw the first signs that were warning against Proud Boys. They're like, we don't serve Proud Boys here, and I was like, they be here? I was like, yep.
We were driving through Arkansas, I think, headed to Missouri maybe one time for a show. Me, Kev, and Tony Baker, and there was this big ass billboard. There was this like white power radio. And like it was just like,
radio.
It was just syndicated. I don't know how many cities it's syndicated in, but it was a big billboard.
That is public.
Man, it is very, and it didn't like have a Klan photo or anything on it. It was just like some proud white people, and they were just standing there smiling on the billboard.
Oh, there was people on the billboard?
Yeah, but it was very creepy. It was very, very creepy.
Hilarious. White power in the morning.
In the morning.
White power in the morning. All right, I'm
on your morning commute.
I have my black coffee and drink my listen to my white power. So what are we doing today, guys? such a strong community.
That's a lot.
That's wild.
What we saw updates? That we sped up a little bit. We just like, let's just get out of this little region right
Jesus,
here.
White Power Radio. Do you remember the numbers?
I don't. So somebody sent me a video.
111.1.
That's what made me think about it. Somebody sent me a video of this these white kids holding signs of like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, and it was somewhere in that in that region because people were driving by them like. You're going to get killed doing that, or you're going to get your ass beat, and just all wild ass shit that you, one, shouldn't be saying to a kid, and then two, saying to a kid just because they said the Black Lives Matter. But
and they were white kids?
Yeah, they were like at the entrance of a Walmart parking lot.
And you saw this, or you saw it on the internet?
I saw it on the internet. Somebody sent me a video because they recorded it.
In that same city that you were in?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It was very
That's cool.
creepy.
Is y'all audience like looking out for you guys city to city? Like, hey, what's up? I live here. You should probably skedaddle.
I mean, we mainly don't go to those type of places. Like the place that I was the most a little anxious in was in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. What part?
Huntsville.
Yeah.
But it was actually cool. And this was me and Ty earlier this year. And it was actually cool where we were at. It was a lot of black people. It was weird because it's like NASA is like right here, and then like 3 blocks down, it's like the hood, like the projects. It's just like right there.
That's mind blowing.
It is really mind blowing. But it was actually like Huntsville was one of my favorite shows. They like really showed out. So yeah.
Shout out to Huntsville. Probably a lot of history in that name.
Hunts Niggersville is what it used to be. Then they
Hope
just
y'all
shortened it
being
to.
safe out there.
If you moved to Huntsville, they gave you 30 feet of rope and back in the day.
Welcome to Huntsville.
Right. All the houses had a big oak tree in the front yard. Just in case. Just in case.
How do you guys keep up with that when you are driving? Because obviously you fly into wherever you're performing. But
yeah.
When you guys drive...
well, this was an old tour. This was a tour, and the stop that we were doing, it was unprompted and unplanned originally. So typically we fly into the city, fly out of the city. We don't really do the whole driving thing anymore. The last time we did some driving was like last year. It was me, Kev, and Angel, and we drove. Well, we didn't actually drive. Kev's on a different level. Let me just say that. Kev's out of here. he got a bus, and just took us to the next city type thing, like one of those joints. But we don't really do that driving shit no more. Hold on one second. Yo, you at the front? God damn. All right. Well, handle your business, man. I understand you got to do what you got to do, man. Are you okay though?
I don't think that's coming.
That is that. Yeah, you're at that intersection. All right. Well, shit, man. Handle your business. Do what you need to do, man. We'll be here, but we got started. But if you need to go to the crib afterwards, I completely understand. All right, Rumboy.
That's okay. Everything good?
He was right at that light, and a tractor trailer was making a turn, and he didn't see it, and the tractor trailer hit him.
A tractor?
Tractor trailer, 18-wheeler.
Hit the
Oh,
Uber?
Jesus.
No, it hit him.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yikes. You good?
yeah. He says it's good. He says it's good. I told him, hey man, just handle that because that's a lot.
God damn.
That's shit.
Tut got hit by a tractor trailer, you guys.
Keep him in your prayers. He's fine.
He's fine,
Just-
but he
just
got hit
think
by a
that.
tractor trailer.
I'm thinking he at the front door. I was prepared to give him so much shit. He was like, I just got hit by a tractor trailer.
Man,
like,
I
God
just got
damn.
hit by a tractor trailer.
I gotta
That's-
say these jokes. It's
not-
small.
It's not funny, but tractor trailer is just fun to say. So if,
It's a funny word.
if you say I got hit by a bus, that's like, you got hit by a bus? I got hit by a tractor trailer.
That
Bus
no,
is
that
low-key
bar
a
at
better word.
the back of trailers.
Uh-huh.
I forgot. It's named after a famous.
The thing that you hook onto?
No. Let me see what
Like
it
the
is.
Step up bar?
It's the one that usually has reflectors on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me figure out what it's called. Bar. And
On back of tractor trailer. That might be a lawsuit. Unless it was his fault.
No. I'm not saying he hit that part. I'm just saying that the rear underride guards is what they call it, and it's a name for it.
Somebody's name?
Yeah.
I kept hitting it.
Because people, because at night you wouldn't see it.
Is it like extended away from it?
Yes, they call it the Mansfield bars. Mansfield bars. So Jane Mansfield, she was an actress. One day she was in a vehicle, and her driver and her 3 kids, and there was 2 other adult passengers, I guess, in the vehicle. They were driving after something or headed back to the hotel, and late at night, and the driver didn't see the tractor trailer in front of them, and basically took the entire top off of the car, and it killed her, the 2 other adult passengers instantly. The 3 children in the back seat, which were her children, miraculously survived. And one of those 3
Because
children,
they were smaller?
yeah, I guess because they would probably sleep on the back seat.
Holy
One of those 3
shit.
children was Mariska Hargitay from Law and Order.
Ah.
Yeah, so that was her mom.
Damn.
It was a wild ass story. It just randomly popped up. I forgot. I don't know if I saw it on like Instagram or somewhere on the internet, but yeah, it was just a weird ass
So
story.
where's the bar you're saying?
All right,
Yeah,
so,
I
back of the
can't
tractor
picture
trailer
this
where
anymore.
the doors
I'll
open
look
up.
it up. What is it called again?
The Mansfield bars.
Mansfield bar?
Yeah. So you open up the back doors on the tractor trailer, and there's that bar underneath, and it usually has reflective tape on it, like red and white reflective tape on it. But that's to keep a car from going underneath the trailer.
How would... Oh, that red and white bar.
Yeah.
So those weren't there at the time, is what
No.
you're saying, and they went right under there. Ah, got it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't
Yeah.
see the whole back of the truck? Is it
Why
that...
well, I mean, there probably was no reflect. I mean, what time? What was the? What's the?
It was at night, and I don't know like if
What
the
year?
weather
Does it
could.
have a year?
1967.
So yeah, they didn't. They probably didn't have reflective things on the backs of them.
They didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't
and
have
that's why
anything.
it's named after this.
That's
This
why
is
it's
the
named
first
after
time,
her.
and they're like, oh, maybe we should do this.
Oh, so all the reflectors is part of that, not just that bar?
The
No,
bar
well-
the reflectors probably were added to, but the
But
bar is the main thing that
think
was added to.
1967 cars.
Think,
There
and
wasn't-
it's wild to think that like all the safety precautions are a result of extreme death
yeah,
or
every
something.
traffic light used to be a stop sign that someone had probably a terrible accident at, and they're like, well, now we need to put traffic lights up here.
Like everything, like all the safety
Huh.
preparations and advancements in airplanes have been made because people died horrible deaths, and not laughing at the horrible deaths, but it's like that's fucking crazy. Like
So at
nobody
one
thought
point
about.
they didn't
Nobody
have
thought like,
wheels?
you know what? Maybe we should put seatbelts on these planes.
We should put landing wheels.
We should put landing wheels. You know, maybe we should record what the fuck is going on just in case.
These drift stops aren't
Yeah,
working.
the whole black box thing that wasn't originally there. That happened because they were trying to piece together what happened in certain plane crashes,
Right.
and there was no way to like tell because the pilots had died. So they was like, let's just create this black box and make something that's damn near indestructible. And we
So
can
they just
capture
got
everything.
recordings of
Well,
and
it's
they're
that,
like,
but it's also all the plane data. So it's
Yeah.
everything the plane's doing, the speed it's
Oh,
going,
where
the
it-
altitude.
where
yeah,
it
exactly.
is?
Right when things go
so
wrong.
they use the black box to find the plane. Period.
I think that's some. There is some.
It's,
type
I
of
think
locator,
GPS
yeah.
is inside of it, but they use it to actually locate everything that was going on at the time and what potentially went wrong to always try to prevent what's happening. I mean, that's because I want to look that up. Why do they call passenger souls on planes?
Souls?
Yeah, so like when you're taking off, they be like, when the person that's like scanning you in, after everybody's checked in, they always come on the plane and they talk to the attendants, the flight attendants, and they be like, all right, so we got 212 souls on board, or da-da-da. They do that to the flight attendants and to the captain.
Souls?
Yeah, man.
Ooh, like taking a plane to Netherrealm? that's scary. So wait, and that has something to do with death?
I don't know. I'm
I
looking
mean,
it up
usually
right
when
now.
you're talking about a soul,
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
horrible lingo for a
The
flight.
number of souls on an aircraft refers to the total living bodies on the plane. Every passenger, pilot, flight attendant, and crew member, according to Lord Jones. Pilots often report the number of souls when declaring an emergency. She says, so rescues know the amount of people to search for.
Is it like to save time because it's one syllable?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's the amount of live passengers. So maybe if they're carrying cargo, like, you know, if a soldier gets flown back and he's deceased, it was like we had 300 living souls in one body.
Living souls still sounds like someone dead.
Yeah,
That sounds like a ghost. We got 400 living souls. Damn. That's actually kind of unnerving.
Hey, man, just know that you're part of the good ones there. You're called a soul.
That's insane.
This goes back to modern times. Yeah, manifest. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Everything is just kind of centers around that. I heard it one time years ago. I was like, are they talking about us?
You heard it like you overheard them saying that, or you just heard that's what they were called?
No, I heard them say that.
Oh, that's even worse because you probably were like, they didn't just say that.
So according to the internet, who knows if this is true? It's so that they don't get confused with the passengers, confused with crew, flight attendants, and all of that. Souls refers to just the passengers on the plane. Why?
Really?
They call it souls? Yeah.
See, what I just read, it said
Souls and crew.
they refer to
Well, so it
everybody as a
says,
soul, so they know how
ensures
many.
that there's no confusion between passengers, crew, or infants. Technically, passengers is the number of seats occupied. Crew is pilots and flight attendants. And then babies and infants are another category.
I just saw something.
They little
that
baby
said
souls.
The pirates have not pirates. Pilots have their own secret language.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. It's supposed to determine living humans is what they're trying to say. I don't know why they don't say just people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're trying to save syllables.
Yeah, see, this
there's
one
not a
says
lot of,
the same thing. The
one
number of
word.
souls on the aircraft refers to the total living bodies on the plane. Every passenger, pilot, flight attendant,
So it
and
does
crew
count
member,
for that.
according to
I also think that like some areas of just work and
Oh, maybe it's the universal. Maybe that's what it means. It doesn't mean it differentiates. Everyone's a soul, so you're not being confused between like pilots. Like how many pilots are on board? Well, you know exactly how many people are on board, regardless of what their duty is on the plane. I guess it's supposed to be the universal. Maybe.
So George is flying plane now is a term they use when the plane is on autopilot.
George is flying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So George, that's pilots do have their own language.
Pilot
I
lingo.
think part of that's to cover up so the passengers don't get scared during certain times.
Yeah, that too. I also hear that pilots be falling asleep sometimes.
Oh yeah, I've heard that a number of times.
Like a lot more than we think. Every time you have turbulence, that's a pilot waking up. Like,
And then they put on, they go like, hey, watch out, there's gonna be
a
turbulence.
little turbulence, fall asleep.
That's so crazy, bro. You see, like you go through all of that training just to fall asleep behind the wheel and see it's a little.
It's a
That's
hell of a
wild as
wheel.
hell. That's wild as hell.
Pilots do be overworked because there's a shortage, though.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I did hear. I think it was one of the Ethiopian airlines that both the pilot and the co-pilot both knocked out a little bit after takeoff.
Yeah,
That's really intense.
Yeah, right after takeoff,
That's
it's like, bro, what we got
really-
doing
We're in
last
the
night?
air. Cool, we're good.
Yeah. They said, "Tee tee, boop." Then they reclined their boop. I hate that
That's
song.
not okay, man. It's probably also because they're not eating enough and they're not getting the right meals. You know what I'm saying? So I would suggest every pilot and every person listening to this podcast to go ahead and sign up for HelloFresh. Okay, America's #1 meal prep. You understand me? A meal kit, excuse me. And listen, man, we were just talking about falling asleep, working too hard, working too much. You can get these meals done, a lot of them, in 20 minutes. They have
Easy.
20-minute recipes, a low prep, and easy cleanup options, and it means you'll spend less time in the kitchen and more time with your loved ones. And when we talk about saving money, because who doesn't want to save money right now? Everybody wants to save money. You get to subscribe to HelloFresh, and you click or check to save money off of your fall to-do list. HelloFresh is 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than going to the grocery store as well. You go to the grocery store, you know what it's like. You're in there, you're walking around, grabbing stuff, and then you see other stuff on sale. Oh, this would be nice. I'm going to cook this on Thursday. You're not going to cook that on Thursday. You know good and doggone well you're not going to cook that, okay? You have never cooked eggs Benedict. You're not going to start today, all right? Get with this HelloFresh, man, because they not only prepare or offer you dinner and lunch, you can also have snacks. You also have desserts. You have the option to change your delivery date. You can change the protein for certain meals. You have all of this available to you on your phone. You get to save money. You have multiple options. It's less expensive than going to the restaurant or to the grocery store. Why not do this right now? You know, if we're telling you about it, it means we got a hookup for you. All you have to do is go to HelloFresh.com/DIYS65 and use the promo code DIYS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. You heard right. Go to HelloFresh.com/DIYS65 and use the code DIYS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Find out why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit and start saving some money right now. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, do it. I got HelloFresh waiting for me at the house. I got the app.
Yeah,
I got
app
the
is
HelloFresh
great.
app.
It's great, man.
gives
We
you orders
definitely
and
had to
stuff.
use it to we've been out of town. We was like, oh snap, we got HelloFresh coming in 2 days and had to change it. And that really makes a difference because otherwise it's just gonna be sitting outside your door waiting on you.
Right.
And they got that dry ice in there. And it's gonna
Yeah.
keep it cold for about, you probably got another 12, 14 hours on it. But you know, you still don't want your
I like
food
the little
outside.
boxes.
Yeah.
I switched to veggie though.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Oh, their veggie menu is pretty good. I got the one pan. Give me some leeway. Trattoria tortelloni bake with
Tortelloni?
crispy Parmesan panko toppings.
Listen,
not bad.
those are a lot of 3-syllable words. You actually handled
Yeah.
that with a lot of grace.
Thank you. HelloFresh make you cook stuff that you would never
I would never
even
go to the store.
attempt
I wouldn't
to
even know what to
pronounce.
look for.
or yeah.
I would not know what to look for in something like that, man.
Right. I just need a nice little tortelloni bake.
That's too much. What we got on the docket today, man?
We got some great stuff on the dock. But real quick, since it was Indigenous Day, I want to do a quick segment because I was talking to Cam before we started. We call this. He's in the corner. Let's call this Cam's corner. There it goes. Cam's corner. I found out today. I did not know this that Christopher Columbus. He's Italian. Did you know that?
I did not know that either.
Christopher Columbus is Italian. He wasn't even Spanish. He was just like linking up with the
He was-
Spanish.
Hired by them.
Wow.
Because wait, can you just explain the whole how he was a hack thing?
So Columbus wanted to. His hypothesis was that there was a way to sail from Europe west.
Oh, right.
And there was a West Indies Passage. So basically, you're going to hit the east side of India by sailing west. So eventually, you'd come back around. That's what his theory was. He didn't know North America was there or any of that. Any of those land masses. So he's like, if you sail that way, we can basically circumvent having to go on land to India to get what we want from.
But everybody else was flat earthers.
A lot of the people still at that time. This was like when things were like the Enlightenment ideas were just starting to like come out about like science and that. So that's what he said. You could sail that way. Everybody thought he was crazy and you would die doing that. And then Queen Isabella basically was like, "Here's the money and the ships. Go do that. Bring us back stuff." And then he hits basically Caribbean, South America area, and that's why Spain settled and colonized that area of the.
But he
Western
wasn't even
Hemisphere.
Spanish.
No.
All around
Just hired by
fraudulent. This nigga was Italian. Columbus was freaking Italian.
Christopher Columbus. I don't know how you would say his name.
Who was that? Was that an Italian saying?
I was trying to
a
say.
Jamaican dude saying it?
That wasn't Italian? You don't think that was Christopher? Christopher. How would you do it Italian?
I just sound like a villain where you're like, where is he from? Where's this guy with the cat from? Christopher. Colombios. I did not know that the nigga was Italian, but yeah, happy fraudulent day
Be fraudulent.
slash indigenous.
Can you imagine if they had really kept good records of what was going on back then? Like if they had like a low form of the internet, we could just like go back and read their diaries and journals and shit like that. Like first of all, it'd be a lot of rich people that are like, yo, we're going down at this place. Like, and once technology got better and we can deep sea dive and all that shit, motherfuckers be getting all the gold.
They would.
Oh yeah, there's
all the
I think
gold.
there's more gold in the ocean I think than we have on land. I think that was the.
How is it not all gone though? Like you think that there's just like explorers and divers and stuff? Because I would assume it's only in like really hard to get places.
Well,
like,
when we were in Alaska on the ferry, the ship went down there with tons of gold. Apparently,
And they've never found it.
Still has not been found.
Supposedly, no one has ever found it.
because of how deep it is, right?
But just because
but also,
there's no
yeah.
way to exactly calculate where it went down at. So you have specific places you can try to look at, but like we don't.
Plus,
Somebody
it's a
says
bay,
it-
so the water's always moving. So
Yeah.
things shift over time, especially over like decades.
I just assumed there were so many people because there's people out there in the ocean doing stuff every day.
every day. B.
Hey, I agree, especially with technology. You think you would be able to find
Right.
most of it, but I mean, there's planes that planes have miraculously disappeared too.
That's
Yeah.
why I assume that it's places that aren't worth looking because it's like if people who are into it can't get to it, I can't. So just leave it down there. I don't care.
I wonder how much gold and shit was on the Titanic that still hasn't even been like.
Was there gold? Are you talking about just
Oh,
like
yeah.
jewelry and
Yeah,
stuff?
just like jewelry. I'm sure it was some
That's
gold.
a huge
or something.
boat. They were probably
Yeah.
shipping certain things on
Yeah,
it.
I'm
But they
sure.
done did. I saw every documentary has been that place been ran through so many times. I feel like
Yeah.
they got everything.
You
Unless
never
it's-
know,
No, but
man.
apparently, I think there's still people down there.
There's still people.
I think so. Maybe
Like
they
body-
recovered the last of them, but I think there's still some bodies now. They're just irretrievable. Like you just
Like you
That's
can't get
it's
to
too
them.
dangerous to get to it, especially with the way it's decaying. Probably.
They definitely got to. How does that work with ghosts? If you die on a ship,
That would suck. Just
are
under
you
the water
just like
forever.
You just helped that part of the water. Like,
Fish?
fuck, ain't
You
nobody
just-
been over
yeah.
here in about 6 months, boy.
You're just scaring the fish. That's
scaring fish away, which is hella easy. They just get scared from movement.
Damn.
You're just like, damn, you gotta wait for divers. They had to wait until the technology caught up. Finally.
What was that?
We
What was the
down here.
director that went down there?
it. James
James
Cameron.
Cameron.
Yeah.
They were scared the shit
They're
out of
probably
James
scaring
Cameron.
him. Yeah.
James Cameron isn't he the?
He's this underwater guy. Like.
But
film
he's
guy.
gone further than Jacques Cousteau,
I
right?
think so.
That's so damn random. The nigga who directed Avatar is our.
Well, the next movie is
Biggest
what is it?
explorer.
The Way of Water or something. It's supposed to be like a bunch of underwater photography he's like perfected over the years, and that's one of the reasons why it took so long to make and all that.
That's crazy.
That's what he shot when
He's
he
been
went down there.
perfecting like underwater videography and that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like, man, just stick to making movies up here, man. We don't want to lose James Cameron because of pressure. Can you imagine if that's what took him out? Pressure?
I'm trying to look this up. Let's see. Okay, so that is true. I had heard that the actors in Maverick, what's the movie?
Top Gun?
Top Gun 2. They were actually flying.
no, they were in the planes.
They were
weren't
in the
flying.
planes, But they
were
like,
doing that shit.
They were some of the footage of them flying is actually of them being in the cockpit or in the plane,
Yeah, they're
actually in the air.
doing
They
it.
like Tom Hanks,
Scary
I think,
as hell.
not Tom Hanks,
Tom
but
Hanks.
Tom Cruise. He actually paid for all the pilots to go to pilot school, supposedly.
Yeah, so they really had to go.
So
through
they
it.
really had to go to school. They really had to like learn how to fly because he wanted to make it as real as possible. But Neil
I'm pretty
deGrasse
sure the
Tyson,
military said
Jeez.
that Tom Cruise is not allowed to fly the plane by himself. Apparently that was
Really?
or they wouldn't give them the planes to use for the movie. They're like, we can't give you the planes if Tom
'Cause he
Cruise is gonna
would.
fly. Yeah.
Tom Cruise is like, I want to do it all. Tom Cruise wants to be Jackie Chan so fucking bad.
I feel like at this point he's up there.
He is. He does all his own
He's done
stunts.
He's hurt himself doing his own stunts, which is a whole other
Well,
conversation.
he's like he's 3 feet
Yeah.
2, so
Right.
it's like a toddler jumping off a building. Like it's not safe.
But he's done the fox suit. He's done the scaling build. He's done everything. So, and honestly, not a Top Gun fan. I've never really been into like fighter planes, and I was a kid that had a couple jets, but I wasn't. I never.
There's always like an unknown Russian villain in both of those movies, but it's not like declared who the villain is. And I always thought that's very funny between any like airplane movies. Like,
Yeah.
There's never like a defined villain. It's just these random guys in the sky. Like, these
Right.
aren't happening all the time. You're not having actual dogfights like those.
So
Yes,
there's
sir.
no like they never say it's a country that they're fighting.
Usually not. No.
Huh. I mean that. Yeah. I guess that can get a little messy. But I was surprised when Maverick did as well as it did. It's like one of the top selling movies ever
it,
now,
it
right?
did better than the original Top Gun,
That's crazy.
and it's Tom Cruise's highest grossing film.
Really?
Yeah.
He's done a
Really,
lot.
more
Yeah.
than all
Yeah.
of the Mission Impossibles.
Yep.
Wow,
I'm not a
that's
Top
fucking
Gun
crazy.
I saw the original and I was kind of like, but I saw it this year, so maybe that's why it was a big deal back
Yeah,
then.
that could've been.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll go and see it. Did anybody see Smile yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Tony saw. He reviewed it, so I
Did
know
he like it?
Yeah, he liked it. That was good.
Man, that looks so good.
Yeah, I want to.
I
The
gotta go
kid
there.
was telling me about that before, like months ago, and it was like some little folklore thing. The story that's being passed down. She's like, I think they're making a movie about it. But when she told me about it, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. It sounds interesting. Then when I first started seeing the promos, I was like, oh shit, this is exactly what she was talking about. Now I will say the promos that they did, like the live activations, them placing the models people and just like
Oh, in the
random-
games?
in the games and then smiling at
Ooh, I
that.
saw
shit
that. I love
was
promo like that.
creepy.
Super tight.
Oh, that shit was so creepy.
Great way to get people to watch baseball too.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
and
seen
soccer.
it.
They were doing it at football games too.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they were just
Oh,
like
yeah, soccer. They be watching though.
that
I
shit
couldn't
is
imagine like
mad creepy.
buying tickets
Uh-huh.
and then the nigga next to you stand up and start doing that.
What if someone like attacked them? Like, I'd get scared. If you didn't know, if you didn't know what was going on.
I'd at least call it Usher.
Yeah, you gotta. It would have been dope. They hired multiple actors for multiple activations, and like one of them did like stand up, sort of smile, and go attack one of the other actors, but it's all staged.
That's why they didn't do it at a basketball game. Like, you want to do it at the Raider game or the Laker game? It's like, no. Keep football and basketball out of this shit.
Yeah.
Imagine that doing it at a Raider game.
Jumping right back to Maverick though. Spoiler alert, but you won't know at what point this is. But Neil deGrasse Tyson said when Maverick ejected at Mach 10.5, he was going 7,000 miles per hour, giving him 400 million joules of kinetic energy.
Yeah.
The
Joules.
explosive power of a 100 kilogram
Yeah.
of TNT. So in that situation, the human physiology is not designed to survive. So no, Maverick would not have walked away.
He would have been obliterated.
Yeah.
Immediately as he ejected.
And that's at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
I
there's
thought
some Fast and Furious level
Oh.
physics in
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, Neil
He
deGrasse,
knew
he
it was a
couldn't wait
bullet.
to put his smart ass mind. And he's like, look,
Right.
wait.
I live for people just debunking stuff that don't matter.
Yeah.
There's like full channels of people that are just like, can Mario really smash these blocks? And then they go into the science of it. And they're like, the answer is no, he couldn't. Good research.
Good to know. Good to know. That was keeping me up at night.
I'm glad I know that's fake. It's not real.
That's coming out too. They got a Mario movie.
Yeah.
It's coming out with Chris
Man,
Pratt.
it
Mario
looks
Universe or
good.
something?
And I was really upset that
They took his butt away?
whose butt?
Mario's got a little butt.
Yeah.
Or he used to.
Yeah.
Mario's
That's-
it's gone.
that's what.
Wait,
that's-
first of all, Mario had ass.
Or was it
Yeah.
Luigi that had?
No, it was Mario.
Wait, is this like a known thing that
Yeah,
the Mario
this
Brothers
has
had
been
ass?
this has been going on like online.
Up.
They took Mario's
What the-
ass.
When? Since when did
They
was
said
this a thing?
nobody can find Mario's ass in our first look trailer. Look at it right here.
Has Mario always?
This is like no
Oh,
more.
so that's him flat.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's hilarious. There's like a whole community online that
Yes.
where Mario got booty.
Yeah. You know,
I
they
didn't-
said the same thing about Brie Larson when she was Captain Marvel. They said that they had to fill her pants. Luigi got that thing on him,
I
evidently.
didn't need to see that.
Yeah.
You say you didn't need to see that?
Hey, it popped up. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea that. Okay, so Super Mario Brothers has ass, and apparently you said that there's a like Luigi or Mario has a bigger ass than the other one, or
Yeah, the old ones. They said Mario had a big ass. I guess like the N64.
Super
and all
Cake
of that.
Bros.
Man, evidently, bro.
That's insane. And Chris Pratt's version has no booty.
No booty at all. He
I was-
suffers from no acetal.
He sounds good though. Jack Black sounds amazing. I think he's gonna carry
I mean, Jack Black's great as it is.
as a voice actor.
Yeah, I mean, just as an all-around actor.
Yeah,
and
for
everything.
real. But I didn't. I wouldn't think Bowser. You know, I would think they'd give it to that black guy who has
Yeah.
every villain voice, like Goliath and.
Which one is
Man,
that?
what's that guy's name? I should know his name by now. Voice actor. He was I think he was Mufasa too, right?
Oh, James Earl Jones.
No. I'm thinking that's Darth Vader. I'm thinking of Goliath from Gargoyles. He was also Nunu's
Oh.
dad, Keith David
Oh,
Williams.
Keith, yeah.
That's
Keith,
right.
yeah.
Keith Williams.
He's one of those actors where you always know
You
who
know
you're talking about.
He
but
exactly
plays
his
in
who.
so
name
he's played in
escapes you.
so many things.
So
Right.
many things, and it's disrespectful to not remember. I'm going to do a better job about recording.
You
it to
got at
memory.
this point. There's so much information going around. You got to have memes about you, like Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff.
I just read something that what's that guy's name? Christian Bale was like every role in Hollywood is originally made for Leonardo DiCaprio, and I didn't read the whole article, but it sounded like he was like kind of complaining about. It. I was like, motherfucker, you're still white. You could play Batman. There's no
Right.
black man that can play Batman.
And if you're the third call after Leo doesn't do it, like you good.
Are you really complaining? Oh, the world is so tough for you, Christian Bale. You could play 007 if you wanted to. They lost their shit at the mere mention of Idris being James Bond. And keep in mind, this is a fictional character.
Yeah.
And it's a spy who actors change anyways. Like
Yeah,
it changes
yeah,
people
man.
anyway.
He's changed people anyways. Like, yeah.
So it's not
kinda
even
weird.
like there's like a history of the same person. It's just the history of white man.
I was
Yeah.
like, save your white tears, Christian
crazy.
Bale.
I understand that because it seems like the same happened for Will Smith at a point. Like
Will and
everything
Denzel.
was
Will and Denzel.
And
If
it
it
was
was a
like-
younger guy that needed to be a cop, it was Will. If it was a more level-headed, cool, calm, and collective cop, let's get Denzel.
Denzel.
But I mean, that's been the way of the entertainment for a very long time, though. It's just like, I don't get the tears, and maybe because I'm not in that situation, I can't empathize with him. But it's just like, bro, you still can do so many roles that like a black person can't do. It's just
Right.
like that just seems.
He's already done. You've already done all X, Y, and all these other
All of them.
roles. Like, what are
Yeah.
you
He's
complaining
done the
about?
same type of
Yeah.
role.
You even
As
played a
Leo.
Persian guy.
Yeah.
So
like, what
what are you
Right.
even complaining
You're
about?
even on the list you shouldn't be on.
Right, you're part of the problem, Christian Bale. You're part of the fucking problem. Wipe
you
your
made it
fucking
into the
tears. Nobody's
Persian
breaking
room.
out that violin for you, buddy.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
So wait, mystery Will Smith movie, mystery Denzel movie, playing at the same time. You can only get one ticket. What you picking?
Shit.
Will, and then I'm sneaking into the theater
What, like midway through or after?
after it.
But Will first.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know first. I don't even know if it matters at this point. Maybe Denzel.
Denzel now.
Yeah. Maybe Denzel now.
Will got
I mean,
a
but
new,
Denzel's always been a favorite of mine, though. Will has too. It's just that Will, I feel like, has had more misses lately for me than
Yeah.
Denzel, and it's not a bad thing because it seems like he's able to do stuff that he wants to do, like passion projects and
Right.
things of that nature. Because like After Earth, Jesus Christ, that's when I lost all faith in Will. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey,
Passion project or
a
not,
movie with his kid, you know.
yeah, then write something else.
Do something.
Who
do
wrote
it
it?
good. Just
Do
do
it.
it.
Write
wrote it
anything
good.
else.
Who
Do
wrote it?
anything. I
That
don't
movie
know
was
who wrote it.
ridiculous.
But Afterbrook, I mean,
I've never seen it actually.
Oh my God,
Neither did
Jesus
I.
Christ.
I watched a recap, and it was.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if it's as bad as everybody says. Because I don't.
Oh my God.
Sometimes people be like, "This is the worst movie ever," and I'll be like, "Damn, I
That
liked it a
shit
little bit."
was. Oh, I was in the theater like, what? Why haven't I left yet?
I heard it wasn't even a Will Smith movie. It was mainly a Jaden movie.
It was.
Because he's mostly in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will's not even in it that much. Well, then there you go. You know,
I don't care. That movie just it was hard for me.
just consider it a Samuel L. Jackson appearance because he be appearing in some movies. I even feel like he's like, man, this is trash.
He's also
but-
been acting a
Yeah.
long time.
But he
Yeah.
was like one of the first people that was like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do whatever fucking movie I want to do.
Right.
When he did Snakes on the Plane, that let me know he didn't give a fuck.
He was just
he
like,
just
man.
he just likes to be in front of the camera. He's that
But
young
that's
kid
dangerous
that's a ham.
though, because you could do that too much and burn out. But he just never burned out. It was
Yeah.
like he just had this lane of like he could do no wrong.
Yeah, well, I think some of the movies, his role was small enough to like do
It
just
wasn't
an
his
appearance.
movie,
Yeah,
right.
it wasn't this movie.
Yeah,
but
that's
also it's like, I don't know. You don't get tired of him. His motherfucker is the same as Too Short's bitch, and you just don't get tired of
Yep.
either one of those.
He's like our Shaft. He's
Yeah. like a real life. Wait, he actually plays Shaft too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But it makes sense. He's just like that black guy who'll be like, "Shut up, motherfucker."
Yeah,
He'll be
and we
like,
just take it.
cut.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's good. That's a wrap.
You're still fucking good, Sam. You're still so damn
You
good.
still got it. And fellas, you still can get it as well. If you don't have it already, or even if you do have it and you want to get a little bit more, let me tell you about BlueChew. Okay? BlueChew. Oh man, listen. First of all, you can't go wrong with this. I absolutely love it. It is a unique online service that provides the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. We've told you this a number of times, but let's put it in layman's terms. If you want to have amazing woohoo time, check out BlueChew, man. This is one of our oldest and most faithful sponsors and partnerships. We love them. We swear by them. We've been rocking with them for over 2 years now. I am a member and a subscriber. Pat is as well. Whenever I'm going out
Loyal
of town, we are me and the old lady. We have fun. Okay. And again, neither one of us needed it before. Me or Pat needed it before, but after you start it, you're not gonna want to stop. After this free trial, I promise you, you're like, oh, I can spare this every
Gonna
month.
be popping them.
Yeah, you best believe that. You understand me? One of the greatest things about BlueChew is it's all done online. You go to BlueChew.com, you fill out the survey, and after you talk to one of the licensed medical providers, you receive your shipment within days, and it comes straight to your house in a discreet package. You don't have to go to any doctor's office. You don't have to wait in line at any pharmacies. All of it can be done online. You can take them day or night, so you're always ready, and that thing gonna last on you too. You understand me? That thing gonna last on you. You're gonna be very pleased and very surprised with the results. And I'm telling you, there is no real risk in there. You're going to pay $5. Okay, you're going to pay $5, and we're going to hook you up with a code that's going to get you a free month of BlueChew. Why would you not try this out? Okay, do it. Fellas, I'm telling you right now, go check this out. All you got to do is go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code DIYS, and you will receive your first month completely for free. All you have to do is pay $5 for shipping. You got $5. You're going to spend $5 ain't even a gallon of gas anymore. In LA, it's starting around $5.79. So you got $5 to spare with this. Go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code DIYS at checkout, and you will get your shipment within days. Now trust me, fellas, I ain't led you astray. I ain't going to start today. You know what I'm talking about? Check it out. BlueChew.com, promo code DIYS, and get a free month. BlueChew, all you have to do is pay $5 for shipping.
Shout out to BlueChew.
You feel me?
I just take one in the morning every day,
It's your day,
like a multivitamin. Just pop it in, take a shower, just have an
No.
amazing day. Off to the races.
You never know. You know.
You never know.
It makes a crazy lunch.
Traffic is a drag. But other than that, everything else is a great time.
It's a great time, man.
All right, in celebration of not really celebrating Columbus Day, the second American history wild fact that I learned from Cam today. It's Cam's Corner. And keep me honest, the North didn't have slaves for environmental reasons. The soil they didn't really need them like that, but they still had slaves in their house at one
It's
point.
free labor.
I don't know. This is probably not new to a lot of people, but I grew up thinking that the North were just cool.
No.
And the South,
No.
and the South were racist.
The North ended slavery earlier than the South, but there still was slavery up there. It was more prominent in the South, but the North definitely had it popping up there. Matter of fact, Missouri was one of the last states to obliterate slavery. They was holding out to the very end. They was like, nah, we really fucked with the South.
So what was the whole escape to the North thing then?
Well, that was so eventually over time, the North, they were abolitionists, and they passed laws, and they did prevent slavery from happening in certain states. But, I mean, early on with like when George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were around, they all had slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Slaves were definitely very active. And all the ports were in the North, so everything was coming in through that.
But when when slaves were escaping to the North, I thought that it was just like, oh, people in the North were cool, people in the South were racist.
It's because of where we're at now in time. That's what it became. But it used to always be. It was always that.
That's fucking insane to me.
And they were trying to get to Canada. If you were a slave, you were really trying to get out of the U.S.
The first 5 northern states agreed to gradually abolish slavery were Pennsylvania, being the first to approve of abolishing slavery, followed by New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. But niggas were trying to get to Philly. They was like, yo, they got these cheesesteaks up there. We can walk the streets.
What, does it give a
Niggas
date?
can read.
Does it give a date for that?
It just says during the late 18th century.
So
Yeah.
was that because like, this is wrong, or was it like, we don't need them anyway up here?
You want to say they had good intentions and say, hey, this is wrong.
That's
but
what
a lot
was
of
taught.
it was they don't need them because the industries up there didn't require them.
That makes way more sense than what we were told. It was pretty much made literally black and white to the point where it's like, hey, we up here in the North.
Well, a lot of the manufacturing was in the North, and a lot of the people who worked in the manufacturing plants were immigrants.
So a lot of it was
So a
them
lot
being
of
cool.
the Irish, Italians, and a lot of those basically made up your workforce in a lot of the factories, and a lot of the factories were in the North. That was pretty much all industrial up there because that was colonized before the South was colonized. So as you see that the technology up there was a little more advanced than it was down in the South. So basically both industries changed. The South was more fitted for farming and more suited for farming, so that's why it became more of an agricultural area for the U.S.
So were they cooler?
I wouldn't
necessarily say that,
stretch
yeah.
myself out
So
to
it was
say
really
anyone up
like,
there was
we
cool.
don't need them anyways. We should just set them all free. And they were just like, but we need them up here.
Unfortunately.
So it wasn't really, that's like
Well,
when I
They
was-
weren't just looking out.
The main reason why the South didn't want to give it up was because they're terrible people, and was because if they did that, the industry would have collapsed. They would have had no money. There'd be no imports or
makes
exports.
sense.
Like all of that would have fallen apart.
I remember when I used to think that Abraham Lincoln was like,
The man for
right. He was
That
like,
shit was an ultimatum.
right.
And they was like, fall in line
Yeah.
or offer your slaves. They were like, you wouldn't dare.
And he
test
did.
me.
And he
Right.
didn't do anything because he passed the Emancipation Proclamation during the Civil War, and it freed the slaves, quote unquote. But none of the Southern states actually gave up.
Yeah.
Right.
Their slaves.
No, they made it
relinquish.
seem like he came in like, hey,
Absolutely
Black Lives
not.
Matter.
It did seem like that, but then
Right.
he gave them just
Freedom.
a strong ultimatum because they wouldn't fall
And
in
I
line.
think there were talks
That's
where,
crazy.
like, if he was given the opportunity to bring the South back in, like, if they were going to come back in and basically be like, okay, what happened, we're fine, and still have slavery, that was an option
Yeah.
on the table.
So he was like, okay, let's
talk
clean
about
this
it, yeah.
up, but slavery again. Honest Abe, my ass.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
crazy.
looking out for himself.
That's crazy. All right, my third and final American history fact, which is crazy. This is about George Washington. All right. So George Washington died in 19. George Washington died in 1799.
Mm-hmm.
And the first dinosaur fossil was discovered in 1824.
Oh, I heard that.
So, as a U.S. president, he lived his entire life without knowing that dinosaurs ever existed.
Damn.
That's fucking mind-blowing to me. This nigga went his whole life without even the thought of dinosaurs. It was just like, all right, we here, we
Damn.
white, they black, make them work. At one point, I don't know, Adam and Eve. No T-Rex, no
None of that.
Velociraptor.
He ain't know about none of that shit.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't think he would have cared. He doesn't strike me as like
Well,
the
and
people back
they had their
then-
theories of creation. A lot
Uh-huh.
of people were Christian. A lot of people believed that because there weren't scientists who were studying like evolution
Yeah.
and like any of those theories at the
Right.
time.
So they didn't even have the choice.
Nope.
They were just like,
It's either this or we don't know.
Yeah.
was the Big Bang a thing back then?
No,
Okay. So which came first? Finding dinosaurs or
probably finding dinosaurs.
Big Bang? Okay.
Finding physical things, because then all of that trickles down to like, okay, well then what was here before? And how many years? How old is the Earth? When did this happen? And the Big Bang itself is a theory. We don't even know if that's fact.
Yeah, the first dinosaur fossil had to be found on accident, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
That
Probably
must
was
have been
being used
crazy.
to somebody's like doorstep or something like that.
They're just like,
That's a bone.
this is a tooth?
Man.
Oh my God. What the?
All the shit that we used to have, that they did back then that has changed so much. Like, if you brought somebody to the future from back then and just told them something as simple as, hell, manscaping would blow their damn mind. Like, wait. You mean I shave my nether regions? You absolutely do, George. Okay? Take care of that bush. Matter of fact, take care of it with Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, okay? Because it has everything you need to take your personal hygiene and your manly grooming to the next level, okay? It has a Lawnmower 4.0. That's first and foremost. It has that advanced skin-safe technology to make sure you ain't nicking yourself when you're down there clipping, all right? That's what I use it in the shower because it's waterproof. It has light on it. I can see that undercarriage very, very nicely. Okay, get the even cut because I've done it. I've done it. I'm not proud to say I've done it before, and I've had patches everywhere. Okay, especially if you're trying to do all of that with some T-liners or some old clippers. It's not made for that. That blade is too big. It ain't got the advanced skin-safe technology. Don't do it. Just get this Manscaped, man. Fellas, for those of you guys that are apprehensive about this, you never done it before, trust me when I tell you, smooth sailing. Cam, have you ever shaped up the back door?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Smooth as poops, bro.
Smooth as spoots?
Smoothest poops and the smoothest cleanup you've ever experienced in your life. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker, total game changer for your ear and your nose. The Weed Whacker has the proprietary skin-safe technology as well, so you don't have to worry about the nicks and the snags and all of that. You get to seal the deal with the liquid formulas, the crop preserver, which is like ball deodorant. That is amazing. This past summer was ridiculous. No pun intended. But man, my balls stayed dry all summer long with that ball deodorant, that crop preserver right there. You also get the ball toner, which will make sure your pumpkins stay fresh.
Ball
All right,
toner.
little fall humor for you as well.
Pumpkins?
Yeah.
I'm for sure calling them pumpkins for the next 2 months.
Manscaped also just launched their new body buffer. This is 100% antibacterial body scrubber, which is what you need to stay fresh and clean. And then all of this comes in the shared travel bag, man. And they're actually throwing in 2 pair of their boxes. I'm not 2 pair. You get 2 gifts: the boxes and the shared travel bag. And the boxes are 100% A1. First class all the way. You will love these boxes. Completely breathable, super stretchy. They don't lose their elasticity. Fantastically comfortable undergarments, if I do say so myself. So, I want to hook you guys up with 20% off plus free shipping. Ladies, this is an amazing birthday, anniversary, Christmas, just because, New Year's gift. Hear me when I tell you, okay? Because you can go in the store, possibly find it, but you ain't gonna get this 20% off that I'm gonna give you. You got to go to manscaped.com and get 20% off by using the code DIYS. Again, that's manscaped.com. Use the promo code DIYS and you will save 20% off. And that's a beautiful trick for a nice treat at the end of the day. A little Halloween humor for you guys right there.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So again, one more time, go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code DIYS. You guys, trust me, ladies, take care of it. If you want him to do better, you sometimes you got to be the change that you want to see. Go ahead and hook him up with this for his birthday, for Christmas, anniversary, whatever. Like, come out the bathroom. Oh, I got you some ball deodorant. Give me those balls. I'm finna get them fresh and clean. You never know. You never know. Be the catalyst, ladies. I'm putting it on you. Take charge sometimes. Be a gentlewoman. Open our door. Tell us we look handsome. Ladies don't be giving out compliments like that, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Y'all look handsome.
Thank you,
Shout out to
hippie.
Hippie.
It's very rare that
Setting the
ladies just be
example.
giving out the
Setting the
compliments
bar.
like that. It's usually the fellas like, oh man, you smell nice. You look. Ladies just be like, nice car. Give us some of
Nice
those goddamn
car.
compliments.
Nice car.
Nice car.
So buy it for your boo,
Mm.
or it's gonna be scary down there.
See what you did there.
More Halloween humor. I wanted to add some.
All right, we got a couple minutes left, about 10 minutes left. What else we got on the docket today? We got anything else?
Real quick, wanted to say, first dinosaur fossil was found by a nigga named Robert Plott. He didn't even know what it was. He thought it was a giant human, which is pretty scary. He finally figured out it was a reptile. He called it a megalosaurus. The name dinosaur wasn't even invented yet. I just
You
needed
thought
to,
it was a big human?
I just
Well, yeah,
needed
because
to,
when they were piecing the bones together, they didn't know what they looked like. So they're just
Right.
like, oh, this looks like a leg bone. This looks like an arm bone.
Right.
So they just like
You know what?
Frankenstein.
I just immediately thought about the head and was like, you thought that was a human?
big
Yeah,
ass
my
leg bone. That's why I was just like, who the hell found the first dinosaur? That must have been.
the skull was
really
probably the
random.
telltale sign. Like, oh, maybe this isn't a human.
It's like, yeah, this is something else. This is something else. But I definitely wanted to talk about this LA man. There is a dude who is suing Texas Pete
Oh my God,
hot
yes.
sauce because he found out it was made in North Carolina.
Can we? I got strong feels about this.
His heart was
There's so
broken, man.
I
There's
got
so much stuff
strong
like this,
feels
though.
about this.
False advertising. That's what he's
U.S.
saying.
flags are made in China.
Now that pissed somebody
I
off.
hate that this is even a headline. I hate that this is a case. That's a lawyer took this case. I had an issue with my truck. The gas pedal completely stopped working on me. And I tried to seek legal representation, and they were like, unless you had crashed or something actually happened, or you suffered some extreme emotional stress for, is nothing we can do. I can't sue a company that created a product that almost killed me, and they knew that this product was
Jesus.
potentially defective like this. Still sold it, didn't call me back in. But this guy can sue fucking hot sauce because
Nothing.
it's made in a
It caused
I am-
harm.
man.
It caused emotional distress. What if he grew up eating Texas Pete? What if he dressed up as him and was like, I'm Texas Pete? And his friends were like, the nigga on the hot sauce? Yeah, I'm Texas Pete. And then he grew up and was like, North Carolina.
Take your shirt off. Throw it around your head. Wear me like a helicopter.
No, that was a lasso. Petey Pablo's been trying to tell us this whole time.
I can't believe this is an actual story right now, man.
He really did get this case picked up, which is crazy. He said he relied upon the language and images displayed on the front label of the product, and at the time of purchase, understood the product to be a Texas product. Also, he's from L.A.
The city of finesse.
He's
The
from
It's the
L.A.
capital of finesse out here.
Does the bottle say anywhere that it is made in Texas or claims to be made in Texas?
It says the lawsuit claims that the Texas Pete's label, which depicts the famed white lone star and from the Texan flag together with a lassoing cowboy, deceived White into thinking he was distinctly Texan. Surprisingly, they are not at all Texas, the lawsuit says. So I guess it was just the Lone Star and
That's
the
all they took,
imagery.
and they're like, "This is from Texas. People like Texas."
So he's going to lose this. But
I hope so.
or they'll settle and get it over with.
I'm really pissed that these lawyers
Yeah.
are like, hey man, get the fuck out of my life.
Right.
Well, see, that's the thing and over in Europe and especially in England. One of the things is the reason why they prevent lawsuits like this is if you lose a lawsuit, you have to pay for everything.
Oh yeah, the court costs
Yeah.
and your lawyer fees.
So
Really?
Absolutely.
yeah, that's why people don't sue people for random shit in. The
But
United
here it's
Kingdom.
like I can get somebody
exactly.
to.
But if you were going to be facing the entire
If you had
cost
the
of
bill?
that,
Yeah.
if you lose, then
You would not go
And
for
that's-
Texas Pete.
And that's what I was telling when I was going to seek legal representation. I told them, I was like, unless it's six figures, I don't want to deal with it. Going against this major motor production company, they would keep the shit in litigation and keep pushing the trial back, and they got enough lawyers and money to like have me tied up for years. So it's like, unless I can get a guaranteed 6+ figures, I'm not even finna try to. I'm not gonna
Right.
do it. So fuck it is.
Especially if Texas Pete pull up on you.
Quick question. You've been kidnapped. 2 hours later, you're returned because you can't stop talking about what?
If you're trying to purposely being annoying,
Yes.
I would probably I'd probably start at the first Zelda.
I'm not mad at that. Because I have
so many random
Since
facts.
the dawn
Yeah.
of
I hope-
time,
and
3
eventually
goddesses
they'd throw me
descended
out.
from the sky. He'd be like,
in my set this year on tour with Kev, I got a 3-minute bit about all the holes I've poked in the Power Rangers. All of it. The active volcano that the pterodactyl was coming out of. The city's budget to keep rebuilding in this small ass town of Angel Grove. Rita's. You're empress of destruction, and you pick Angel Grove to start your world domination.
which is even worse if he doesn't know anything about Power Rangers, so you're trying to disprove
Exactly.
all this stuff. Where are these pterodactyls coming from? He's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
How these kids getting their homework done? They're fighting every fucking day. Come on, man.
But you don't think you'd be gagged?
Huh?
You don't think you'd be gagged?
I'm like, when he take it off, when I say I got to use the bathroom, that's when I'm just start my rant. I'm gonna just word vomit all over it, man. I'm like, come on, you gotta think about this. They always hung together. Their outfits correlated with the Power Rangers colors. How did nobody know this?
Them niggas were 22 in the face. You mean to believe they were doing this after school in high school? At the YMCA smoothie shop? Why the fuck was there a smoothie shop in their high school? Them 2 bullies were 30 years old.
Man.
And they were right. They knew who the Power Rangers were.
They did?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Why could he play the flute through the helmet, bitch? I have so many questions. He's outside. Why can't he get inside
How'd
the
that make him
Zord?
fight? That nigga was doing scales just to do tail whips and jumps.
Oh.
Who was rebranding these niggas? Somebody took
Bro.
the green one and was like, gold.
White first.
You need to,
No, he
change-
was green first.
you
then
need
he
to
turned,
change
because
the
when he
outfit.
was green, he was the evil one.
Right,
We
yeah,
had
he went
agreed,
green,
yeah.
then white, though.
You
Yeah.
need to.
That's when
Jordan
he
was like,
got the saber.
you need a new outfit.
The-
His nigga,
man.
his powers didn't grow. He just knew better karate. Nigga just had a.
He can get inside the Zord, too. He can get inside.
Oh yeah, right. That was it.
Zach's whole thing was dancing. They was like, yeah, he looked like he got moves. Yeah, on the dance floor.
That shit is funny. They were incognito wearing the Power Ranger colors. Like,
Every day,
hey,
bro.
Treaty, you wore yellow again? Wore my red jumpsuit.
Where the fuck were they shopping at when they were able to get this many outfits in these colors?
Right.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, hey, that Jason guy asked for a red version of our shit again today. Pretty sure he's the Red Ranger. Not to mention they don't change their voices at all when they get in the Power Ranger suits.
Why are people still staying in Angel Grove? There's a fucking monster every 2 days, and y'all are just like, yeah, this is a place to raise kids.
That's hilarious.
You guys are all bad parents. Every
I mean,
parent in Angel Grove.
That's probably why Zordon picked Angel Grove. He was like, we got to make some superheroes here because they keep
need
attacking
help.
this dusty-ass smoothie shop. They keep attacking this little town. Let's get some colorful superheroes.
Where the fuck were the putties just stored at? Like the putties, it was always a lot of putties, but like they never showed
They manufactured them.
Okay, they were making
them. I think Rito made
Yeah,
them.
they're actually made out of.
That's so funny.
It was like it took pigeons and just made them into people.
They did sound like pigeons. Damn, I never connected that. Hey, you know what the best part was? They fought in Angel Grove, karate, every monster. And then they're like, let's take this up a notch. They grew giant and then fought in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, you know it's all in Japan.
Yo, like, they cut it to the different show. But if you think about it, like...
That is very,
They went to Japan and they're like, all right, let's fuck this up.
Yeah. Sometimes they would be fighting in the city and I could build it down. Sometimes it'd be like in this...
The outskirts, where are these desolate areas?
What is Angel Grove?
So close to the city,
right?
Where is Angel Grove located?
They did that in Dragon Ball Z too. They'd be like,
let's go over here by the mountain. We'll fight each other.
Just fly 2 minutes to this damn Joshua
That's
Tree
every
area.
type of terrain in Angel Grove. Like, where is this magical place at? Jesus Christ, man.
And it's funny that they got their Megazords from like volcanoes and tropical deserts, and then like
every time
they were like, all right, it'll be here in 3 business days.
That's what I was saying. Like, how far is this active volcano from Angel Grove that she's able to like just jump in with everybody else? Like, you ain't gotta wait no time. That pterodactyl flying fast as fuck, fam.
That shit'll pull up and be like, yeah, they destroyed the city a couple hours ago. Everyone's dead. I was on this mountain, so I'm good.
Also, why didn't they just start with the teamed up blaster that could destroy the creature?
Right, you always ended up
always
as a
fight
team.
it on one-on-one. You can't win it one-on-one ever.
Just form and sit there.
And they always wait for the sword too. It's
just
like,
leave
why
the gun
why,
put together.
Why the build up?
Right?
These niggas are destroying the city. Get the sword fast as fuck and kill them.
Assemble from every corner of the world. We're in Los Angeles, though. In 17 hours, you will be destroyed.
All right, well, guys, that was a fun episode. We gotta get ready to get up out of here, man. Shout out to the Scary Squad. Thank y'all for tapping in early and watching with us.
Check on Tut.
Yeah. Y'all
Everyone
check in on Tut and wish him good luck and safe recovery. Next week we got a great show for you guys, and we're going to be doing potentially going to a screener with some friends who have a movie coming out for Halloween. So we'll tell you guys more about that on next episode. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you next time on the next episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. Peace, guys.
See you later. Next week.